Imagine this, your name on a published paper, your research shaping your field, your work cited by scientists you once admired from afar. But here's the twist. You're a fresh master's or PhD student staring at a blinking cursor. You feel lost. You've never written a paper before. You don't even know where to begin. And that question keeps whispering in your mind. Am I even capable of publishing something meaningful? Let me tell you something no one says out loud. You don't need to be a genius. You just need a guide and a little courage to begin. In the next few minutes, I'll show you everything you need to know to write and publish your first academic paper, from zero experience to submission, with clarity, confidence, and purpose. This is your turning point. Let's get you published. Scenario 1. You're part of a research team. You've joined a project as a research assistant or a new grad student. Maybe the lab is already producing results. There are seniors around, people who've published before. You're lucky, and here's why. You're not doing this alone. In these environments, publishing is part of the culture. You get to observe the process, and you learn just by being in the room. Maybe you're contributing to data analysis, running experiments, or optimizing code. Even if it's a small piece, your name might end up on that paper. That matters. Because publishing isn't just about the final draft. It's about understanding how ideas become contributions. You'll start seeing how experienced researchers build arguments, craft introductions, defend their methods, and respond to reviewer comments. And here's the real win. You build trust. Your team sees you as someone reliable. You're now part of something bigger, and that's often the fastest way to your first publication. Some students even get to present their first paper at a conference within the first year. It's a game changer for confidence. So what should you do in this scenario? Ask questions. Take notes during paper meetings. Volunteer to write small sections, method descriptions, figure captions, experiment summaries. Read the group's old papers to see how things evolved. Every sentence you contribute is an investment in your academic growth. You're not just writing, you're becoming a researcher. Scenario 2, you're working solo. Let's be honest, most of us don't start in a well-established team. Maybe you're doing an independent project, or your lab is new, or you just haven't connected with a strong publishing group yet. That's okay, you can still do this. The most important step, structure. Step 1, mimic high-citation papers. Search for 3 to 5 top-cited papers in your specific topic area, not just in your field, in your niche. Skim how they write their abstracts, how they set up the problem, how they explain what's new. You're not copying ideas, you're copying format, flow, and style. You're learning the unspoken language of academic publishing. Every field has its rhythm. Learn it. Step 2, define your target. Talk to your supervisor. Ask, should this go to a conference or a journal? What are the scope and formatting requirements? Then, check the publisher's website. Read the author guidelines and look at recently accepted papers to spot trends. Different conferences or journals require different depths. Knowing your target changes how much you write and how detailed you need to be. Step 3, create a folder for your first paper. Call it My First Publication. Inside it, organize your best figures, drafts of key paragraphs, your references, using tools like Zotero, a list of questions you want to ask your advisor. When you get overwhelmed, go back to this folder. It's your anchor. Step 4, outline the sections. Every paper follows some version of this. Introduction. What's the problem? Who else has worked on this? Why does it matter? Problem definition. What specific gap are you addressing? Methodology. What did you do and how? Results. What did you find? Discussion. What do those results mean? Conclusion. So what? What's next? References who help shape your thinking. Write bullet points for each. Even if you don't have everything figured out, start somewhere. Step 5. Get feedback early. Share your outline with your advisor. Don't wait until it's good enough. Perfection is the enemy of progress. Feedback at the outline stage saves hours of revision later. And if you're worried it looks rough, that's okay. It's supposed to. Your advisor's job is to help you shape your ideas, not judge your draft. Step 6. Add depth where others don't. This is how you stand out. If other papers gloss over modeling details, you break it down step by step. If they present only brief experimental summaries, you include richer visuals and error bars. Look for what's missing in your field and fill that gap. This makes you visible, not just to reviewers, but to future readers who'll cite your work. Step 7. Draft fast, then polish. Say it again. Progress over perfection. Don't rewrite your intro 20 times before you move on. Get a full draft, even if it's messy. A finished, rough draft gets you 80% of the way there. Step 8. Refine with your supervisor. Once you've got something substantial, start iterating. Line-by-line feedback is gold. Ask your supervisor for thoughts on flow, clarity, and contribution. Yes, it might take a few rounds, but each version teaches you something new. You'll learn what's too vague, too technical, or too wordy. Most importantly, you'll learn how to turn raw ideas into publishable arguments. Scenario 3. Turn your master's thesis into a paper. If you're finishing your master's and planning to do a PhD, or even if you're moving to industry, you can still convert your thesis into a publication. Start by identifying the most original contribution of your thesis. Strip away the extra length and focus on turning that piece into a concise, publication-ready paper. If you've switched institutions, don't worry. You can still involve your old advisor as a co-author. Use this process to practice writing more concisely, selecting key results, navigating submission platforms. Even if it doesn't get accepted, it becomes your training ground. This experience builds confidence, and if you're applying to PhD programs, having even one submission under your belt sets you apart instantly. Let's be real, writing your first paper is messy. You may feel like you don't belong, like you're too slow, too unclear, too new. But you're not alone. Everyone starts there. If you're stuck, go back to high-quality papers. Deconstruct how they move from sentence to sentence. Then ask, what if I replaced their results with mine? What would I say? Writing is not about sounding smart. It's about making your ideas useful to others. Keep going. This first paper, it's not about glory or awards. It's about momentum. Once you learn how to write one paper, you'll never fear writing again. Each section teaches you something: how to frame a problem, how to defend a method, how to justify your claims, how to make your writing clear. This is how researchers are built, not in labs, but at their desks, rewriting, clarifying, and slowly getting better. So stop waiting for the perfect moment, the perfect data set. Start with what you have. Use what you've got. Learn as you go. You're not here to be perfect. You're here to get better. That blinking cursor on your screen, it's not your enemy. It's your invitation to grow, to contribute, to make your name visible in your field. If this video helped you even a little, tap that like button. If you want more content like this, raw, real, research-driven, subscribe right now. And comment below. What are you working on? Where do you feel stuck? What's stopping you from starting? I read every single comment. This isn't just a video. It's a community of thinkers, dreamers, and doers like you. And if you know a grad student struggling with their first paper, send this to them. One share could change their academic future. This is your moment. Let your research speak. Let your name shine. You've got this, and I'll be here every step of the way. Let's turn your first paper into the first of many.